never studied like this before. So I don't know when I'm standing the right way, I don't know. Always been twisted. Just coped with it, like every day I've been alive. I'm a little bit bony. But my choice was, I knew that my body was fucked all from the beginning. My choice was just not to look at it. Never look down. Just let my anxiety rip my body apart by trying to ignore it. It's not like I had a choice. I have 95% of the time at least done the best I could in the situation I was in. The bad choices I made were decided years before I made them that they were gonna happen. I mean, I was the other black sheep in the family, died at 14, and from 14 that was me. I mean, I fitted the role, I guess. The rest of the family was used to having a scapegoat or a black sheep or someone to talk about, so they didn't have to talk about themselves. And I mean, I remember for periods, I mean, I thought that was better. It was better that they didn't hate themselves and that they thought I was wrong instead. My mom has no idea who I am and who I was growing up either. She didn't have the guts to look and find out who I was. She was afraid she would find out she had fucked me up. And she had. That's unfortunately the truth. I've been saying this for at least 30 years. I'm sorry you fucked it up, you weren't good enough. Yeah, okay, I wasn't good enough, sue me, or... So I've lived a really shitty life. I haven't felt anything, and knowing at the same time that it's right. I felt a lot, but I've had no chance of categorizing it or understanding it. Just, okay, move on. Next topic, next incident. And I shut up because I saw that my truth made at least my mom sick. And when she, for like the 10th time or 5th time or whatever, I remember 4 very vividly. I know there are more. Maybe she didn't cry out, I'm gonna die. But she lost it, like on a general basis. And I don't know how she needs to live with that. It's just not recognizing that it even happened. Or when you use an hour, okay, it did happen, but it didn't affect you. Yeah, I smoked. It wasn't dangerous, in 1975. Yeah, but I got hurt by it. Yeah, but... Yeah, well, could you told me about it? Because I know that because of that has interfered with the way you look at me your whole life. You're looking to me to find out if your smoking stuff hurt me. So if you look at me properly, you will maybe see that it's correct. And then she's the oldest. She's used to maneuvering 2 sisters at least, and in the end 3 maybe. And I mean, she has a Norwegian story too. I mean, she's never gonna tell anyone, but yeah, she's stuck in the thought that she is the most important thing. I mean, she told me, well, I mean, I can't help you. I mean, it's too tough for me. And then when I tried to say, well, can you imagine how it was for you at 23? Can you imagine how it was for me at 3? But then they won't recognize the super sensitiveness, or because it made them sick, so I had to stop doing it around them. I mean, when I was a kid, I had at Langen Center in where I grew up, I had many incidents where I went up to, I don't remember if they were strangers or not. I just grabbed their arm and it's like to give comfort. People thought it was cute in the beginning because I would find good people and help them, look at them and tell them that I concurred. But I remember, it's like a very bad memory. It's where I wake up and I'm holding a guy and I've just done the number of... That guy is looking down at me. I can see everybody else, and my mom is there too, and they're all embarrassed and what the hell. But the guy, he just looked at me. And with fear first, because it was him. That was the thing. His look. The way I remember. I mean, I was young. So, it's a very subjective memory. But I know, and I trust myself, that I stored everything as subjective as I possibly could. I was bullied around. And I've been right for 40 years. Just because I'm younger, and they bullied me my whole upbringing to keep me under control. So they had... In Norwegian call them hersketeknikker. I've never found... It's like... Then you stop talking. If somebody does that to you in a conversation. That's a hersketeknikk. Hallo gutten, gå og legg deg litt du. Hei, pappa er her. Ja. Gå inn her. Ikke noe her. Ja. Så går vi ut om ikke så alt for lenge. Pappa må bare gjøre seg ferdig her. New experience yesterday, actually. My dad called, or I called him, and we talked. Yeah, no crying, and oh, it's so sad, I'm so sad, and poor me, and it was just business. It's like, you did that, I did that, you're 20 years older than me. It's like, whose fault do you think it is? Is it mine? As you've been telling me all my life? And I'm the only one that has what I have. No interest of understanding what I'm talking about. Just, you're wrong. Why am I wrong? Because you have to be wrong. If you are right, I will die. It's probably not that straightforward. But that's what stuck in me. And I can actually, when I say that, I can envision my mom watching it. It's like, yeah, this kid, it's like he's always making mistakes and is blaming me. And it's not illogic to her. Because when I was 4 or 5, I was much more present and smarter and consequence-minded, and I used very large portions of my brain. Because I had to. Because I had to control everybody around because they were crazy. And, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, it's not my fault that they were crazy. I have no responsibility in that. they have, when push comes to shove, it's like, yeah, but you destroyed my life. Okay. My experience with my family has made me understand terrorists much better. I don't think it's correct to kill people to make a statement, but the thing is, when you're downsized and your opinions and your truths are just stomped on for years and years, and whatever you do, you just get no. Stringing me along, because they want the truth to come out too. They just don't have the guts to do it themselves. So they're waiting for me. They're feeding me. Not anymore, but for the first 30 years, they fed me like one truth every year. And to get one next year, I had to respond to that with no, even though she could tell me, okay, for 2 years ago, I said that no to that. The answer to that was really yes. And then the shock, that's the trap. Because she knows that, hey, I was very mad at that 2 years ago. That's why she picked it. I have to prove that I can take in, that she takes responsibility and... But if I punish her for it by being... And I had a few incidents where I was like, are you shitting me? Do you remember? And then, oh, no, it's like, just... I have connection errors in my brain. When I'm thinking about different stuff, my brain doesn't go into all the parts of the brain that a normal thought process in a normal person does. Survival is more important to me, so I just don't have that filter. If it's true, it's true. Doesn't matter if it's bad or good. Yeah, the benefit is that I believe in everything. I mean, if I believe that the bad stuff is real, I mean, the good stuff is real too. I tried for too long to exclude the bad stuff and just focus on the good stuff, but that does not compute. It doesn't work. It's just hopeless. So yeah, for the last month I've just felt a lot. Cried, goosebumps, laughed, anger. I burned down my family's cabin like 9 weeks ago, something like that. It sounds fucking crazy, but in my life it's a well-adjusted, well-thought-through process. I mean, I'm not gonna deny it. I mean, I was 100%, and I'm still 100% convinced that, well, I had to do something, and I've tried everything. I have all the evidence too. I have 2,000 emails where I'm asking, it's like, can you please help me? I've been in jail. I lost contact with my son. I had to become a criminal just because it was much better that we could talk about my weaknesses and faults instead of their own. And, yeah, the guy that has about the cabin is my step-uncle. The guy tried to rape me. And even in his mind, he has stored it as just a glitch. It was just a mistake. He was drunk, he just made one move. But it was part of a process to wind me down and take away my ability to say no. So I had at least 9 times where I said, okay though, stop asking, okay, let's do it. And my mind had to say, this is something's wrong. But it's Einstein. Like number 6, I went out, picked up the biggest knife. I think I picked up more and like put them on strategic places. I mean, I was a big, strong kid. He wouldn't have gotten anything on me. I did the mistake of just thinking that since he did that to me, something had to happen to him too. And it's like, you have to have been exposed to like yeah, something similar at a young age too, and you don't understand. For me, when I look at the whole, I mean, I was there. I remember pretty much all I can remember. It's like eyes and what mood, and it wasn't him. I mean, something was off, and he was just playing patterns, and he's like doing, not thinking him, but just, so those 9-10 times where he persuaded me, this is just, when you look at it afterwards, it's just to be on the same team. For me, very clear that he wanted to tell me something serious, and for me it's very clear that it has to do with sex. And okay, I'll trust him, he didn't experience anything. But I'm pretty sure in late 1819s, early 20s, he experienced something with a man, where he felt too young to say no. Yeah, I have an idea. I mean, I have flash memories in my head that aren't mine. I didn't connect the dots until quite recently, but all my memories of sexual abuse can be related to Arnstein being too drunk, going to a Nashville, and all of a sudden having a guy on sucking his dick. And it's good, and he gets an erection, so I stop it. But I think that fucked him up. I think that's what he wanted to tell me. And instead, I think he showed me. That's my best guess. Otherwise, he spent a lot of time for me until he tried to seduce me. So, if it's not that, he groomed me. And he was my best friend. I loved him to death. He gave me... There was one other person in the world that knew how I had it. So when he came back and said it was a glitch, my stepdad and mom believed him. It's like, oh, it was just a glitch, you were wrong. And it's like, you can't talk to us about it. If you want to talk about it, you have to go to Arnstein. He's ready to talk to you. And it's like, am I gonna, look at me, am I gonna go now and have to fight for my right that it was a reason I'm the one it happened to? They were so fed up with me talking about all the stuff I had in my mind. And yeah, I hadn't talked about it for a while because Arnstein, I didn't have to. Him knowing made it so I could, not think about it in the same matter. So I was better for those years. When he tried to seduce me, everything just went into chaos, and everything I had in there before just got thrown out. And it took 11 years until I had any kind of connection again and system, and started building a new visual system of how my brain operated. I had to do it. I was constantly saying stuff that people reacted to, and I had warm hands and very electrical body, eyes that were very honest, so honest that people crumbled when I was a kid, because I looked at them with total honesty, and it probably made people sick. It was probably some Jesus stuff that people got scared or whatever. And it's like, I have no idea. I've heard my mom say to me, you know you're not Jesus, right? Because she used me as a situation coach. She would have me silently to listen to everything, because she trusted that I had listened to everything. I could not say anything for a month, but I could repeat everything everybody had said. That was my job in that family. By her definition, she created me and used my skills for that. And told me that if I mingled with other people, I made them sick. And I did grimaces, because I had to hide my eyes. I couldn't look at my mom. She would give me one of those, which she says she doesn't know. But for me, it's like boom, boom, boom in my head, back to all 4 times I know happened. Scream, I'm gonna die, where she lost it. And it's like, I didn't want my mom to die. So then, okay, then I'm stronger, you're weaker, okay. The things my mind has had to think at ages where other kids just had nothing to worry about. And all the way since I was, I think 4.5 is the first time I remember I had to change who I was, because who I was made people sick. And the final step I took somewhere between 8.5 and 9.5. It's like trying to speak your version makes you just sick, because you get hate back when you say obvious truths that others people don't want to handle. They don't want to. No, it didn't happen. Okay, it happened, but not like you're saying it happened, so I can't trust you. It's like, okay, I know. I'm telling you what I remember. I have flashbacks, that's what I know. They are of you, they are of your eyes, your... lots of fucking crazy stuff. I remember everything. It's been up there ever since I was in the stomach, I guess. I have memories of you, Mom, smoking and me reacting when I'm in the stomach. I can tell you the scenery you are seeing. And you were completely alone. Just me and you there. Me in the stomach. And it's more logic now. But our blood systems combined, I mean, I was a part of you for 9 months. So what you saw, I would have a reference to. Yeah, I'll explain to you once if you're interested. You're smoking, I react, and then, your self-hate wins, and you fire up another cigarette. And I know I told you about to stop smoke very many times from inside the stomach, and you just, I have to have those cigarettes. Yeah. The first time I asked you said, 5 a day. It's like, yeah. I've been to rehab. I've listened to grown men spend 2 hours the first half. I haven't had anything to drink. And it's like 1 beer at a time. Okay, 1 beer then. And then you do all the steps and you have to be there. And it's like, are you sure it's just that? And then that guy ended up with like 12 beers and 4 shots. Whiskey is like insane amounts of guys. Yeah. But I mean, if you can't tolerate the truth, you pick a version of it you can tolerate. And my mom is smart. She's an older sister. She's used to having her way. And if she didn't get her way, she just used, I'll go mad if you don't do that. Yeah. Why I'm reacting as I am is because I've thought the way the stuff I had to react to and be aware of, not to make any mistakes. I thought that was pretty normal. I asked my mom and she said, everybody has it like that. Okay, so it's not you in the memories? No, it's you. It's your problems, it's not my problems. Yeah, but they look very much like you. Yeah. Fuck you, Mom. You ruined me. You gave me a good head start. You gave me good genes and lots of love. Love I didn't need. It was love you needed to give and get. My needs had nothing to do with that stuff. Not with you either, Dad. Those 3 hours, I was calming you down. And if you have the guts to remember, you know what it is. It's like, or else I'll just put my hand on you and let you remember it with me. The adaptive patterns I had to use just to get from day to day.